I've been babysitting for the Smiths for a few months now, and it's always been a breeze. Their kids, Timmy and Emily, are sweet and well-behaved, and their house is comfortable and familiar. But tonight was different. Tonight, I was alone in the house with the kids, and Mr. and Mrs. Smith were out at a dinner party. As the evening drew in, the trees outside seemed to cast long, ominous shadows on the walls, and the wind picked up, making the old house creak and groan. At first, it was just the usual settling of the foundation. But as the hours passed, the noises grew louder and more frequent. I tried to distract myself by playing games with the kids, but they were getting sleepy, and I knew I'd have to put them to bed soon. As I tucked them in, I noticed that the room was colder than usual, and the shadows on the walls seemed to be moving of their own accord. I told myself it was just my imagination, but I couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. As I turned out the lights and closed the door, I heard a faint whispering in my ear. It was a soft, raspy voice, and it seemed to be saying something over and over again. I spun around, but there was no one there. The whispering stopped, and the room was silent once more. I tried to calm myself down, telling myself it was just the wind or the house settling. But as I walked back downstairs, I heard the whispering again. This time, it was louder, and I could make out the words, "Get out while you still can." My heart racing, I tried to call Mr. and Mrs. Smith, but my phone had no signal. I was alone, and I had to protect the kids. I barricaded myself in the living room. But as I looked around, I realized that I wasn't alone. There were strange symbols etched into the walls, and the air was thick with an eerie, unsettling energy. And then, I heard the kids crying. I ran upstairs, my heart in my throat. And that's when I saw it. The kids were standing in their room, their eyes black as coal, and their skin deathly pale. They were whispering in unison, their voices low and menacing. "We've been waiting for you." I tried to scream, but my voice was frozen in my throat. The kids started to move towards me, their eyes fixed on me with an unspeakable hunger. And then, everything went black. When I came to, I was lying on the floor, my head throbbing with pain. The room was silent, and the kids were back in their beds, fast asleep. But as I stumbled out of the house, I saw something that made my blood run cold. On the front door, in big, red letters, was scrawled a single message: "We'll be waiting."